Good afternoon. My name is Grant Hudson, and this is my project 3 on different types of technology and how it can be used in a classroom, and how this can affect and help learning. I chose to do this project on Chapter 9, which involves uh, grouping, differentiation, and technology itself. Um, the first thing that's important is grouping. And many schools manage student differences according to their ability and academic achievement. They do this through between-class grouping, in-class grouping, tracking, or they even do it into regrouping classes for particular subjects. This is usually done with possibly core classes. You very rarely see it in a field such as mine, where there is business or agri. Any of your CTE classes very rarely have regrouping. So that's one of the areas that I would not have to typically work with. But students are flexibly grouped according to the needs and performances of their levels. This is done in some of the models that we've seen of the different types of development that students go through. You typically want to group people who are on the same levels of development. And in the regrouping plans, students could stay in mixed ability classes most of the day, but they're assigned 2 reading or math classes on the basis of their performance in these subjects. According to the Joplin plan, actually, you can regroup students across grade lines, so you can have a 3rd and 4th grade student working on English or reading together. I found this interesting because it's something that you typically don't see in a class, and you typically don't see grouping based on different grades. But if they're at the same level, it makes complete sense. The second thing on Chapter 9 is differentiation, and there are 7 ways to be an effective teacher while using differentiation, and they are flexible-paced learning, collaborative learning, progressive tasks, using digital resources, having verbal support for your students, giving variable outcomes, and having ongoing assessment. So for flexible-paced learning, it's basically just to work at your own speed for the students. Collaborative working is working in groups, or group learning can help to be effective and allow students to be assigned roles and given tasks. The third is progressive tasks. This type of differentiation can pose a problem. It can highlight a student ability kind of publicly, but it requires administration from teachers. Next is using digital resources or using technology. Using interactive tools, it helps mixed ability classrooms approach a topic or subject from a different angle. In some cases, digital resources can also highlight a skill or passion that a student might want. The technique relies on the teacher to give the support just as well as it is with verbal support. It requires the teacher and the student to have interaction where they can have simple or complex dialogue, depending on and according to the learner needs. Sixth is variable outcomes, which is just setting a task with a simple outcome or right answer, and it takes without setting a simple or right answer, and it takes more of a interpretive approach. And then 7th would be an ongoing assessment, which is just to be an intentional teacher. The third is Chapter 9, and there are 5 different ways you can use technology, or different ideas that can have technology, which would be word processing, PowerPoint spreadsheets. These 3, you can use Microsoft Word for your students, or you can use Google Docs. Specifically now with these COVID guidelines, a lot more teachers are going with the Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google PowerPoint approach, because it gives everything into one simple area. 4th and 5th would be just the use of the internet and multimedia. You can use the internet for thousands of different things. They can have them search. There are interactive games. There are interactive websites for the students to learn. And then lastly is using multimedia, just like this PowerPoint that I'm creating to be effective and help teach your students. Thank you.